Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today I wanted to do a review on my Louis Vuitton boots. Now I know you guys absolutely loved these when I bought them and when I did the unboxing of them. So if you haven't seen that already, I'll link it somewhere in this video or down in the description box. But I kind of wanted to do like a review of them and how they've worn over the 2 years? Nearly a year and a half, 2 years that I've had them. So let's get into the video. Okay, so here is one of the boots just to show you. Overall, I still absolutely love these boots. They have always been so fantastic in the winter. I absolutely love them. They're still probably one of the best purchases that I've ever made from a designer brand. In fact, I probably could say they are the best purchase I've ever made from a designer brand, apart from my Celine handbag, maybe. Maybe they're tied. I can't really decide between the two. But I absolutely love them. So if you haven't seen my unboxing video, do go watch it because I go into a lot of detail about the boot and all the little accessories. But in this video, I'm just going to go over how they have been durable, how well they've worn, and if I've had to get anything repaired on them. So starting off with durability, so far the leather has never scuffed. It's absolutely brilliant. It's very sturdy leather. It's not very, I mean, it's supple around here, but it's quite tough leather. So durability wise, it's been fantastic. I think I've only got like one scuff on the nose of the shoe, and I actually think it's on the other shoe, so I'll try and get a close-up of that at some point. I'm just going to hold up one shoe for now, but overall, yeah, the leather has just been fantastic. It's so durable. Obviously it's patent as well, you can see it shining, so that really helps with durability too. The buckle here has no scratches on it, and it still has the little LV stamp. These are the same laces from the day since I got them. And yeah, the zip still works really well. Although now it's not. Yeah, the zip still works really well. It is a tough zip because it has like these leather lips over it to sort of like cover the zip up once it's up. So it is slightly tough, but I've never had any problems with that. Inside, I won't be able to show you this too easily, but inside the leather has been fantastic. The Louis Vuitton logo is still printed on the inside, and there's also like a checked print on the inside, which has stayed absolutely fine. So overall the leather has been really fantastic, and all the sort of hardware things have been great too. Two things I want to talk about that probably haven't worn so well is the white stitching that is around the whole of the shoe that's attaching the sole to the leather. That hasn't worn particularly well. I mean, to be fair though, it is white stitching, and I have worn these in the rain because they're fantastic to wear in the rain because they obviously keep your feet really like dry and stuff. But yeah, that white stitching has now pretty much gone like a really dark grey, and the only place it's still white, in fact you can even see it on the camera, which is good because I wanted to show you, is on the back of the heel, but on the toe especially you can't see that at all. It's gone completely black, just from dirt and just from wear in the rain and just walking around in these. Basically that's kind of a given that that's going to happen. And there's not really much you can do about it because, like I said, it's white cotton stitching. It's going to get dirty and there's not too much I can do. I did wonder about taking it to a cleaner's to see if they would be able to get some of the dirt off the stitching, but I'm not sure it would be worth my time. The other thing I wanted to talk about is something that's very important actually, is the sole of the shoe. Now when I purchased these, they had a leather sole, which until very recently wore really well. So they wore for about a year and a half, but then I noticed stones were getting lodged into the leather sole, and I was starting to feel it in the sole of the boot. So what I had done was I took them to a cobbler's and I had the soles completely cleaned, and I had a plastic sole put over the top on the bottom of the shoe and on the heel. So I think that's something really important to know, because if you are going to buy these boots or any boots with a leather sole, I know the Gucci loafers also have a leather sole, it is a good idea to get them covered with a plastic sole. Now obviously this comes at an expense. To get both of these shoes covered with a plastic sole cost me £20, which actually I don't think was too bad. For the durability that I'm going to get out of them now, I feel like that's completely worth it, but obviously it is an extra expense after you've already bought some very expensive shoes. So it's something to keep in mind. They don't cover up the LV logo, they didn't cover up the size, which is a 37.5, which I believe is a 4.5, or I probably mentioned it in my unboxing video because it's been a while and I probably knew back then. So a 37.5 must be a 4.5, I'm sure. And then it also didn't cover up the made in Italy, so they left this whole portion leather. So it's just the bit that is touching the floor. So this whole bit has now been covered in plastic, and it's also got like ridges in it, so I've actually got like better grip since I've had this done. And on the whole of the heel is now covered in a plastic sole, and also it's giving me a little bit more height in them, funnily enough, because obviously it's quite thick and you can't see the bonding around the edges whatsoever. The guy did it really well, and yeah, I've actually noticed that I can walk further in them now. Not that they were ever uncomfortable, I've worn them all day before, but they just feel a lot more better to walk in. I don't worry too much about what surfaces I'm walking on anymore, because I know the plastic is going to be way more durable than the leather sole. Another thing to note, back to the leather just quickly, is obviously it has sort of got a few wrinkles in the sort of toe area where when I walk it kind of bends. That has wrinkled quite a lot, but again, that's something that's going to come with the nature of wearing a leather shoe. And it was something that I kind of knew would happen. In fact, I actually asked it in the shop, would that happen? And the lady said, of course, that is going to be something that happens over time. There's not really much you can do about here, but you can see there's like bunching of the leather here. It has creased in that area, and you might be able to tell that on this side it has sunken in a bit on the sides. But again, it's all pretty like obvious stuff that's going to happen, but I thought I would note it because obviously leather is going to become more supple the more you wear it, and although this is a hard leather, it is going to make marks. The more that you wear it, it is going to crease and you will see signs of wear. Apart from those things though, I still absolutely love these boots. I still wear them lots and lots. They have got so much wear out of them. Honestly, they've been worth every single penny that I spent on them. I can't remember the exact price. I believe they were £985. But do go check my unboxing video, because obviously I filmed that like a week after I got them. So all the information in there is completely correct. And my memory doesn't serve me well now. But yeah, honestly, I completely recommend these boots. These are the Louis Vuitton Republica ankle boots. I don't believe you can get them anymore, but I do know that they've done new season versions. So do go check the Louis Vuitton website. I will try and link some high street alternatives that look similar, and I will also try and link some shoes on the Louis Vuitton website that are similar to this too. So if you still want the designer versions, then I will link some down below, and if you want a high street version, then I'll link that too. But yes, overall I would completely recommend these boots, and I would definitely recommend buying boots or shoes from Louis Vuitton. I've never actually heard a bad review of a Louis Vuitton shoe, and I mean heels, trainers, boots, everything, the lot. So if I was to buy another boot or another shoe, I would go back to Louis Vuitton. Like I said, I'm not particularly into their bags. I don't like the monogram print or the canvas, the brown canvas. I'm not into any of that stuff. But if you read my January blog post, then you will have seen that I did fall in love with a Louis Vuitton Epi leather bag. So do go check that out if you haven't already, because that bag was really gorgeous. And it would go with these boots so well. But yeah, absolutely love these, totally would recommend them, and I just wanted to give you guys a little update on how they're getting on. Okay guys, that's it for this week's video. Don't forget to go check out my blog every Friday. There's new posts at 6 PM. There's a new video on my YouTube channel every Monday at 6 PM, so subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and do go check out my social media too. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!